Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a story that will make your hair stand on end. If you're ready for an unsettling journey into the dark corners of someone's mind, stay right here, hit that subscribe button, and let's dive in. It was just another day when my former friend Hannah showed up at my apartment without warning. She'd always been a bit intense, but this time it felt different. As I opened the door, she burst inside, her eyes wild with desperation. "Please, you have to listen," she pleaded, clutching onto me so tightly that I could feel her trembling. I tried to calm her down and ask what was going on, but she was in such a state of panic. Then, out of nowhere, her hand darted into her purse and she pulled out. He was just one of those friendly faces around town, a bartender, an acquaintance. But to Hannah, he meant everything. It was like she thought they were destined for each other, a fantasy that grew more twisted by the day. I couldn't understand how someone could believe so fervently in something that wasn't real. As I tried to keep my cool and get the gun away from her, she suddenly pulled back, her eyes wide with fear. "He's gone," she sobbed. "Dan's dead." And then she was gone, just like that, leaving me more confused than ever. I called everyone I knew in town, trying to piece together what had happened. No one could believe it either. No one had heard from Dan recently, but no one thought anything strange was going on. Then my parents called me late at night with a message so chilling I couldn't breathe. Hannah had been making these frantic phone calls all day long, telling people that Dan had committed self-harm and that she needed to protect him. She'd even visited some of our mutual friends in Minneapolis, causing such chaos that it left everyone shaken and afraid. The more I dug into her past, the darker things got. There was a case involving a woman who overdosed on heroin after Hannah gave her an overdose of drugs. Another time, she had been accused by someone of trying to push them off a ledge. It all made sense now. Hannah's obsession with Dan wasn't just unhealthy, it was dangerous. The police in Indiana told me that if Hannah showed up again, they could arrest her for felony intimidation, but not for anything from months ago. I moved away and changed my phone number to keep her from finding me. Every time I heard about her stalking someone else down south, a chill ran through me. Can you imagine living with the fear of knowing that someone is out there, driven by delusions so powerful they can turn into violence? It's like something straight out of a nightmare. The truth hit home when I realized Hannah was suffering from erotomania, a rare mental disorder where someone has an irrational belief that another person is in love with them. Some people are violent with it, others become obsessed and manipulative beyond comprehension. It all made sense. The cell phone she bought to keep me confused, the way she'd convinced Dan he was talking to me when I wasn't around. She had orchestrated a whole sick game just to protect her fantasy. I'll never forget that moment as I stood in my apartment, clutching the phone and wondering if I would ever meet this woman again in a courtroom. But unfortunately, with our justice system being what it is, that's unlikely. So unless Hannah's name pops up on some news report about sentencing, we may not have another chance to say goodbye. I just want everyone out there to be aware of the dangers these kinds of delusions can bring. If you know someone who seems fixated on a person they believe loves them back, no matter how much it doesn't make sense, reach out for help immediately. Thanks so much for listening, and if this story resonates with anyone or helps spread awareness, please share it far and wide. And remember, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Let's keep these conversations going and educate others about the dangers of mental health issues like erotomania.